Okay. Let's do the last one, number 13. Solve. Given equation is x plus 3 divided by 3 minus x minus 2. They haven't given the brackets, we'll give the brackets. Divided by 2 is equal to 1. So you need to solve this equation. Now the next part of the question says, hence find p if 1 by x plus p is equal to 1. So what we do is we call this 1 and we call this 2. What we'll do here is we'll find out the value of x from 1 and then we'll put the value in of x in 2 in order to find out the value of p. So first we solve 1. We have x plus 3 divided by 3 minus x minus 2 divided by 2 is equal to 1. Take the LCM, insert brackets. LCM of 3 and 2 is 6. 6 divided by 3 is 2, so we multiply 2 with x plus 3. 6 divided by 2 is 3, so we multiply 3 with x minus 2, 1. Next we simplify, 2x, 2 in plus 2 into plus x is 2x, plus 2 into plus 3 is plus 6, minus 3 into plus x is minus 3x, and minus 3 into minus 2 is plus 6 divided by 6 equal to 1. Next we simplify this, 2x minus 3x is plus 2x and this minus 3x will give you a minus x, and this plus 6 and this plus 6 will give you a plus 12 divided by 6 is equal to 1. Now you cross multiply. So minus x plus 12, you clearly have a 1 here, a hidden 1, into 1 must be equal to 6 into 1. Minus x plus 12 is equal to 6. That means minus x, you take 12 on the other side, you get minus 12 minus 6. Means you get minus x is equal to minus 18. That means you get x is equal to 18. Once you have got the value of x, as I told you in the beginning, that you will get the value of x from 1 and then you will put the value in 2 in order to solve for p, because that is what they have asked. So what we'll do here is that we will put we are going to put the value of x in the second equation. So we start with 2. From 2 we know that the second relation that was given was 1 by x plus p is equal to 1. So we put the value of x here. So we get 1 by 18 plus p is equal to 1. That means I take keep p on the left hand side, remains plus p, and or what you can do is you take the LCM. Better you take the LCM. Better you take the LCM of this as 18. 18 divided by 18 is 1, plus 18 by 1 is 18, and 18 into p. 18p is equal to 1. Now you cross multiply. 1 plus 18p is equal to 18. That means 18p is equal to 18 minus 1. That means 18p is equal to 17. That means P must be equal to 17 by 18. So we have got the two values. We have got x is equal to 18. Hence, your solution is x is equal to 18. And we have got P to be 17 by 18. This is your solution. Now, what if you don't have any problem with any step here, then I can give you a different method, little different method than this in order to solve this kind of an equation. Any questions with this method?
No, sir.
Then I can give you a little different method, maybe a little easier method also in order to solve such equations. And you'll try this method only once you have mastery over linear equations. Okay. If you are a starter in linear equations or if you are weak in linear equations, don't try this method. Uh, do the method as you have been doing earlier. Let us see this problem once again. So we have x plus 3 divided by 3 minus x minus 2 divided by 2 is equal to 1. Okay. Now you see that there's a 3 here and there's a 3 here. There's a 2 here, there's a 2 here. So what you do is you separate. You can write this as x by 3 plus 3 by 3 minus, you can write this as x by 2 minus 2 by 2 is equal to 1. Any questions with this step? Can you write or not? You can?
Yes, sir, we can write.
So this becomes x by 3 and this 3 cancels. So you simply get plus 1. Similarly here, x by 2 you write as it is and this 2 cancels with this, so you get minus 1. Now you open the brackets. X by 3 plus 1 minus x by 2 plus 1 is equal to 1. So simplify. X by 3 minus x by 2, 1 plus 1 will give you a 2 is equal to 1. That means now you take 2 on the, keep the x's on the left hand side, x by 3 minus x by 2. I keep on one side, okay, and I take 2 on the other side. It becomes 1 minus 2. Now you take the LCM. LCM of 3 and 2 is 6. So 6 divided by 3 is 2 and you multiply that 2 with x minus 6 divided by 2 is 3 and you multiply that 3 with this x, which is equal to minus 1. 1 minus 2 is minus 1. 2x minus 3x you get minus x by 6 is equal to minus 1. Now you cross multiply. You get minus x is equal to minus 1 into 6 because you have a hidden 1 here and minus x into 1 is 1. So that means you get minus x is equal to minus 6. That means you're getting x is equal to 6. Okay, this is the another method of solving this equation. A more mature method, in fact, of solving this linear equation. In fact, some other problems also could have been done in this manner. Okay, like I'll show you one more with this method. There are some other problems in this exercise which could have been done in this manner. Okay, let us see 4-1, which I have already solved for you. Okay, so 4-1, you have x minus 1 divided by 3 is equal to x plus 2 divided by 6 plus 3. Okay, so you separate. In the next step, what you get is x by 3 minus 1 by 3. Okay, and here what you get is x by 6 plus 2 by 6 plus 3. Any questions in this step?
No, sir.
X by 3 minus 1/3 is equal to x by 6 and this cancels here. You get plus 1/3 plus 3. Okay, now you take all the x's on one side. You get x by 3 here on the left hand side. You're taking x by 6 from this side to this side, so it becomes a minus x by 6. And you're taking minus 1/3 from this side to this side, so it becomes plus 1/3 plus 1/3 plus 3. Okay, now you take the LCM on both sides. LCM here is 6. 6 divided by 3 is 2, so you get 2 into x minus 6 divided by 6 is 1, and 1 into x is x, is equal to, you take the LCM here, LCM is 3, so you get 1 plus 1, and 3 divided by 1 is 3, so you get 3 into 3. Okay, now you simplify, 2x minus x is minus x, divided by 6 is equal to 1 plus 1 plus 9 divided by 3. That means minus x by 6 is equal to 9 plus 1, 10, 11. So 11 by 3. Now you cross multiply. You get minus 3x minus x into plus 3. You're multiplying these two. And you're multiplying these two. You get is equal to 11 into 6. That means minus 3x is equal to plus 66. That means x is equal to 66 by minus 3. That means cancel this. So you get x is equal to minus 22. This is just a different method of solving linear equations. Okay. Now, after this, what we are going to start today here is once we have solved linear equation, now solve problems on linear equations. Mostly your story problems they are going to be. Okay, you have to form.
Sir,
Yes, tell me.
sir, can you please explain how to take the LCM when there is a variable like x or something in the
In the denominator.
denominator? Once again.
Okay, okay, fine, fine. I'll explain here then. Suppose I have 1 by x plus 1 by x minus 3. Or let me take a simpler example first. Then I'll give you a different example. Um, and this, let's say, let's instead of 1, let's take this as 3 divided by 4x. Suppose I have to take the LCM of this. Okay. Now, when I want to take the LCM of these two, since x is an unknown, what we do is we multiply these two. The LCM would always be 4x into x. Okay. Because see, in case of numbers, when we have half plus 2/3, what happens is that we know the LCM of 2 and 3 is 6. Or suppose even if not half and 2/3, let us take uh, 4 and 8. 4 and 8 if we have in the denominator, then we know that the LCM would be 8. In this case, we don't multiply, we don't take the LCM as 4 into 8, right? We don't take the LCM as 4 into 8. We take the LCM as 8 because we know that the LCM of 4 and 8 is 8. But in this case, we have x in the denominator. So that is why we are going to multiply whatever is there in the denominator, and that is going to be our LCM. Okay, so we multiply x with 4x to be our LCM. Now what happens is that, so clearly this becomes, let me just write it directly here. The LCM is your 4x square. 4x into x is 4x square. Okay, now when you have 4x square, now I want to write the numerators. I've already taken the LCM as 4x square. So what I do is this 4x square, I divide by this first denominator of the first fraction. And what do I get? I get this as 4x. This 4x that I get, I multiply it with this one. I get 4x into 1 plus. Again, we have a 4x square as the LCM. Consider the second fraction. The denominator of the second fraction is 4x. So we divide this LCM 4x square by the denominator of the second fraction 4x. So these two cancel. So you simply get an x. This x I now multiply with this 3. So x into 3. Okay, so simplify, you will get 4x plus 3x divided by 4x. This was one case where you had a monomial in the denominator. Okay, you had only a single term in the denominator. What if you have to take an LCM like say 3 by x minus 2 minus 4 by x minus 1? What if you have to take an LCM of this kind of a fraction where you have x in the denominator? As I told you, since the x is there in the denominator, you don't know x, which is a variable, the LCM will always be the product of the denominators. So LCM here will take as x minus 2 into x minus 1. Okay, we'll take the LCM here as x minus 2 into x minus 1. Now the question is, what should come in the numerator? We follow exactly the same steps. We take the LCM x minus 2 into x minus 1, and we divide it by the denominator of the first fraction, x minus 2. So what remains? These two cancel. What remains is x minus 1. This x minus 1 we multiply with this 3. So we get 3 into x minus 1. Now for the second part, give a minus sign here. Again you take the LCM x minus 2 into x minus 1, and you divide it by the denominator of the second fraction, x minus 1. So what you are left with here is x minus 2 only. So this x minus 2 you now multiply with this 4. You get 4 into x minus 2. And you can simplify this, 3x minus 3 minus 4x plus 8 divided by x minus 2 into x minus 1. This is how you simplify. Let us now see if I take another case. Say if I take a monomial in the denominator like 2x, and if I take a binomial in the denominator, let us say I take 3x plus 5. How to take the LCM of these two? Again, the LCM will be the product of the denominators. Okay, again here, let me, instead of 1, let me take another number. Let me take a 4 here. Okay, and instead of this, let me take a 3 here. Okay, so again in the numerator, what will come? You take the LCM, you divide it by the denominator of the first fraction. So 2x and 2x will cancel. You'll simply get 3x plus 5. This 3x plus 5 you multiply with this 3. So 3 into 3x plus 5 plus. Again consider the LCM for the second fraction. 2x into 3x plus 5 is your LCM, and you divide it by the denominator of the second fraction, 3x plus 5. This cancels, so you are simply left with a 2x. This 2x, this 2x, now you multiply with this 4 here, 2x into 4. And now you simplify. 3 into 3x is 9x, 3 into 5 is 15, plus 4 into 2x is 8x divided by 2x into 3x plus 5. Or you can multiply the denominator also, no problem. Okay. And you get 9 plus 8, 17x plus 15 divided by, you get 6x square plus 10x. So whenever you're taking the LCM, please do not multiply here. Okay, because if you multiply here, then you will have problem dividing here. Okay, you can multiply in the next step after you have got the numerator. You can multiply in this step, or you can multiply in this step also, but please do not multiply here, because later on you will have problem in dividing. Okay, I think this should be clear, or should I take one more example? Yes, anyone?
No, sir. No, sir.
No more
No,
examples?
sir.
Okay, so let's then see. Now, what we are going to start today is problems on linear equations, where statements or a collection of statements will be given to you. from which you will have to form linear equations. Now, mostly these problems are concerning sometimes numbers, sometimes ages, sometimes fractions. Okay, mostly these are the kind of problem that you will come across. Sometimes even geometry is given. Okay, time and speed you have done. Maybe time and speed problems are also there. Okay, so mostly these are the types of problems that you are going to get. Let me just look where have I. Okay, start from this textbook. Look at this. Exercise 12.2. Let me do a very simple one to start with, and then I'll continue tomorrow. Look at number 1. 3 more than twice a number is equal to 4 less than the number. Find the number. Okay. So you must always concentrate on what question is given. The question here is find the number. So I say let the original number be x. Number or the original number. Okay. Now the question, now see what is given to you. 3 more than twice the number. So 3 more than twice the number is what? 3 more than twice the number. Twice the number is what? 2x, and 3 more than twice this number is 2x plus 3. Any questions?
No, sir.
Is equal to 4 less than the number. 4 less than the number. 4 less than the number. What is 4 less than the number? 4 less than the number. That is, you are subtracting 4 from the number to get 4 less than the number. Okay, and what is given here? 3 more than twice the number is equal to 4 less than twice the number. So according to the problem, 2x plus 3 must be equal to x minus 4. So we have got the equation. Now we need to solve this linear equation. The way we do, there are no fractions, only take the x's on one side. 2x, this x comes from this side to this side, so 2x minus x. This plus 3 moves from this side to this side, so minus 4 minus 3. So that means x is equal to minus 7. So your number is minus 7. Okay. Any questions here?
No, sir.
So that is what
No, sir.
I think I won't proceed